Now, a chord voicing is a way to play a chord. For example, we could take C minor 7. You can voice it like this. This is a voicing. Or we could go with something like this, a shell, or like this, or an open voicing, or a Kenny Barron voicing, or a rootless voicing, or a rootless voicing like this, or a crunchy voicing like this, or like this, or we could do a fourth voicing like this, or the so what voicing like this. We could take this voicing. So there's many ways that you can voice any type of chord. First of all, we have shells, and that's going to be to play simply the root in the left hand, the third and the seventh in the right hand. And you can voice it like this, called position A, or like this, position B. We can do this for a minor 7 chord as well. C minor 7, position A looks like this, position B looks like this, and you could do it for a C dominant 7 like this. The next voicing you could learn is rootless voicings. So for a C major 7 chord, you're going to play the root in the left hand. You're going to find the chord's third, which is E, and you're going to build a minor 7 chord. Looks like this. Then for a C minor 7 chord, you're going to tweak the third and seventh. We'll play an E flat major 7 chord over C. That's a really nice voicing. And then lastly, the C dominant 7 chord, you would think it would be like this, but we actually tweak the fifth, we move it up a whole step, and that gives us the 13th. So those are 3 chords. You can play them in position A like this, you can invert them, play them like this, position B. Same for the C minor 7 chord, you can take the top 2 notes, bring them down an octave, play it like this. And same for the dominant 7 chord, you can take the top 2 notes, bring them down an octave, and play it like this. Now, if you can stretch it, you might like the Kenny Barron chord voicing. It's a stack of fifths in your left hand, and then a stack of fifths in your right hand built from the chord's third. So if it's a minor chord, play this. If it's a major chord, you can build it from the major third. Perfect fifth, perfect fifth. If you can't stretch a ninth, you can arpeggiate it, just hold down the pedal. Now, a pro tip when you're choosing which chord voicings to play is to look at the melody note, because it's best if you choose a chord voicing which already has the melody note as its top note. For example, if you're playing Cry Me a River, the first chord is a C minor 7 chord and the melody note is the 9th. So it'd be good if I used a chord voicing that has the 9th as its top note. In this case, I can go with a rootless chord voicing, which we just looked at. And that way you're playing just the chord voicing, but you end up playing the melody note with the chord voicing. So if the same C minor 7 chord was being played, but the melody note was a B flat, then I could use a shell, or I could use an open voicing like this, or I could use what I call a sawn off Kenny Barron, like this. Instead of going up to the 11th, you could just play this. How about if the melody note was the 5th? Well, in this case, I'd play a rootless voicing position B, because the rootless voicing position B has the 5th as its top note.